Good morning, students. Today we are going to look at an essay question. The first thing you should do when you see a question is to underline the important words. I have already done this for you. So the important words in this essay are nurses, doctors, should be paid more, film actors or company bosses, paid huge sums of money, importance of the work. There are several reasons why we underline the important words. Firstly, we want to make sure we understand the question. Secondly, we want to make sure we do not miss any important parts of the question. Thirdly, we want to simplify the question into the smallest number of words. Simplifying the question is very important for us because it will enable us to answer the question in a better way. When we understand the question in its simplest form, this will make it easier for us to answer. So having done this, we now look at the 4 paragraphs, which is what I normally recommend. You can actually have more than 4 paragraphs, but the important thing is that you have 4 separate parts to the essay. Introduction, a paragraph supporting one idea, a paragraph not supporting the idea, and then a conclusion. So let's now look at the 4 paragraphs. In paragraph 1, you should be describing the question. This is important because there are many possible interpretations of a question, and you should make clear your interpretation in this paragraph. So what is this question asking about? Perhaps the important words in the essay question are importance of the work. The essay question is suggesting that the work done by people like doctors is more important than the work done by people like movie stars. So in your introduction, you should say something about the different salaries which people can earn in different kinds of jobs and the reasons why these are so different. So let's begin. In society, there are a whole range of jobs with extremely different salaries. Amongst the lowest paid workers are people like cleaners, shop staff, maids, and even hospital nurses. These people all work very hard, but generally get very low incomes. On the other hand, we have people like movie stars, executive officers of big businesses, and professional sports people who can make millions of dollars. The criteria for deciding what people earn in society are not necessarily related to the fundamental importance of their work, and many people think this is unfair. Let's move on now to the second paragraph. Here we're going to support the opinion that people should be paid according to the social value of their work. Nurses, for example, who look after sick people, do a more valuable job than a movie star who is only giving us entertainment. So let's begin the second paragraph. It's great to go and watch an exciting movie, and when we see the protagonist performing, we can get a lot of pleasure. However, if we are seriously sick and have to go to hospital, we undoubtedly value the service of the doctor and the nurse far more than the Hollywood screen actor. Even the menial cleaner who is looking after the hospital room where we are staying is far more valuable at that moment in time than the professional footballer who may entertain us with a startling tackle, or the rich businessman who may put a new cosmetic or perfume on a supermarket shelf. Clearly in society there is a very strong case for people being paid according to the essential value of what their job is. So people like medical staff, teachers, policemen, public transport drivers should earn much more money than they do. Now let's look at the third paragraph, supporting the idea that people should be paid according to their popularity in society. Let's begin. On the other hand, there's no dismissing the entertainment value of Hollywood movie stars and top sports people. When you go to watch a football match on a Saturday afternoon with thousands of other people, there is an enormous amount of entertainment and relaxation provided by these stars. And entertainment and relaxation are an essential part of our lives. Without these moments of excitement and relief, life would be very boring. In addition, many people believe that our capitalist system encourages innovation and progress. People who create new things and ideas are motivated to do so by the large sums of money they can make, and without this incentive, society would develop very slowly. Finally, people need to see a fabulous world of rich people, private jets, and expensive hotels. It gives them the sense of opportunity and possibility in the world. And despite it only being a few people who will reach these higher realms, it gives the rest of us hope and motivation. So finally, last paragraph. As always, I only recommend one sentence for the last paragraph, a neutral statement. Something like, yes, we can see that many jobs in society are far more important and should be rewarded fairly. However, we should not take away the possibility of making a lot of money because you have talent or ambition or even just good luck. Thank you for listening, students. I hope that essay answer was useful to you. Don't forget that there are always many different ways to answer the same essay question, so do not think my way is the only possibility. And you also should be able to think of many examples yourself of how to support some people being paid more money than others. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.